rose up closer to them. I'm going to bring this smaller. I want this one smaller. These are nice in the actress if you've got the colour showing.
That style's actually up there, but a smaller version.
Yeah, it's exactly the same, but there's got to be more value of flowers here because this is 2/3. So that's why I've only used 1 rose and using 3 there. So that's my profile. Now I'm going to work on this side. I might bring a line over here. Remember lines and groupings? So you could bring, you've got your freesias. So we could bring our freesias through. Open freesia around the front. When the other flowers we've got with some roses, so you could have your roses, you can even have a few roses on the end. There's freesias, there'll be the chrysanthemums. What people do forget is the sides. Now this is the bit important as well because that's what your guests are going to see when it's hanging. Okay, so I'm going to bring a line of the spray colours over. Sometimes these carnations you have a few little petals, but you can tease them out a little bit more. Quite lighter colours, so I might bring a little bit. Sometimes it's worth holding it up and checking it, the shape of it as well. Bit of recession round. Now the white's good just for a bit of bring the colour through, so you could use a little bits of white. I'd have to go back and fill in with some gaps as well. Sometimes with the weddings, these are quite expensive to do if you did for every chair. So a lot of people tend to put the flower maybe at the front where the immediate family sit, and maybe put some ribbon bows as you go down. By the time you've costed it out, you're looking probably from about £18 upwards. 15 to 18. I don't think you can go too much. But that would be quite reasonable, you know, normal flowers. If you're looking at lots of roses and lilies and things, then you've got to reflect that. Which is why I think, yeah, you can't really go too much. You have to be careful. But 20 you could get. I don't know, could you justify 25? Would someone pay it? What do you think? High end, yeah, exactly. If you are, it's depending on where you're located, isn't it? So I'm just filling in with the white, making sure it's got a good balance. I know I need to go back and use any foliages like to fill in, recession, okay?
You've got £5 worth of roses anyway.
Yeah, you're not going to, yeah, obviously for £15 it wouldn't have roses in it, it would be your cheaper flowers. But I would say for this, yeah, you're looking at least 20, 25, which is why a lot of people don't have them on every chair. Because of the money. They would have them on like where the immediate family is, the first 2 or 3, 2 rows, and then they might put something like a tied version that we did the other day there, or a bow or something. So it's making sure you cover it. So it's important, when you get assessed, you would be asked to actually tie it to the chair, you'd be asked to stage it. You need to make sure you check the shape of it and the size, and obviously the size is just as important. So if I was criticising that, obviously you would look at the gaps. There's a lot of oasis showing, so I need to go back and fill that in. You would look at the profile. Yeah. The way to aid distinctive use of material, you could probably have some bear grass, you could have some loops, you can put some ribbon in it, yeah, cold leaves, a bit of plaiting, you know, loads of different things you could do to make it interesting. And then it would get tied to your chair back. So this would be part of the assessment. It would be actually the tie-in. Not in the time, but it would be marked tied, if that makes sense. Yeah. So it's why it's got
This is the front of the chair. Probably,
Yeah, which a pew would obviously be flat, wouldn't it? Traditionally in a church, pews are flat. If it was a chair back, a chair side, then obviously you probably won't be able to go for that style. You'd have to go for a tied version. Yeah. Some people have it as a chair back as well. Okay? So